I obviously awakened the strongest talent, Slaughter Mastery. The first attack on any prey is guaranteed to be a critical hit, and the critical hit damage is as high as 400%. What's more, it can evolve further as long as I keep killing. Yet this invincible god-tier talent was still mocked by everyone present, all because what I awakened was the lousiest F-rank talent, Butcher. But I got the God of Slaughter system the moment I awakened. It can not only upgrade F-rank Butcher to B-rank Blood Disciple and S-rank Asura. Also, after slaughtering prey, the chance of getting high-tier loot increases by 100%. Right now, I'm walking off the awakening platform. As the teacher in charge of the awakening ceremony announced loudly, I awakened the D-rank profession, Butcher. Everyone present immediately exploded into an uproar. Me, the top genius who's been dominating the ranks of Zhongbei #1 high school, only awakened the lousiest D-rank talent. Su Xiaofeng, who's always stuck at second place, couldn't hold back the grin on his face right now. Sitting right next to him, Josie, who used to beg to be my errand boy all the time, couldn't help mocking me either. Can't believe I've been sucking up to you for all these years, and you turned out to be a total loser. Why don't you get a job at my family's slaughterhouse? Even the school belle who officially announced she was my girlfriend, Liu Ruyan, couldn't hold it back anymore either. You D-rank loser? Can't believe I dated you for so many years. I'm the #1 school belle of Zhongbei, for God's sake. A D-rank loser like you deserved me. A school belle fawning over you for so long. Seeing this, Su Xiaofeng, standing nearby, immediately wrapped his left arm around Liu Ruyan's slim waist. Ruyan, break up with this loser. Be my girlfriend instead, what do you say? Liu Ruyan leaned against Su Xiaofeng's chest very cooperatively. Sure thing, brother Su. Starting right now, I have nothing to do with him at all. You're my boyfriend now. Su Xiaofeng laughed out loud. His face was full of smugness. Ruyan, your brother Su will never treat you badly. With that, he cast a disdainful glance at the person not far away, me standing on the awakening platform. You've crushed me for 3 whole years, I could barely breathe. Wait till the awakening trial starts tomorrow. Don't let me run into you in there, or I'll make you kneel down and lick my shoes. Bearing all the cold, mocking stares from everyone, I didn't stay at school any longer. Instead, I walked home alone. As I was walking, a notification suddenly popped up in front of my eyes. Killing technique. +3. Before I could figure out what was going on, I took another step forward. Killing technique +6. What the hell? I frowned immediately, sensing that something was off. I looked around and didn't spot anything unusual. The only weird thing was there was a colony of ants under my feet, busily carrying food back and forth. Could it be? With a try-it-out attitude, I stomped right in the middle of the ant colony. Killing technique +10. Killing technique +113. Killing technique +20. A bunch of notifications popped up all at once. I think I just discovered something insane. The way I looked at the ants on the ground changed completely in a second. I stepped forward and unleashed a full set of Kun Fist right above the ants. As a faint BGM played, countless unknown notifications kept popping up non-stop. After just a little while, I saw a blood-red energy bar rising rapidly. When it stopped rising, the number showed killing technique 371/1000. Does Butcher have a talent like this? I don't remember that at all. I was overjoyed immediately. Could my Butcher profession be different from others? An idea suddenly popped up in my head. Without hesitation, I immediately went to a supermarket in the city and bought a bottle of insecticide and a syringe, then headed back to the spot where I saw the ants earlier and started searching around. Sure enough, I actually found it in the dirt by the roadside. It was an ant nest with countless ants, crawling in and out of it non-stop. I immediately took the syringe and pumped all the insecticide into the nest hard. Killing technique +7. Killing technique +113. Killing technique +11. Countless notifications popped up, and my killing technique bar skyrocketed along with them. After 10 minutes, killing technique 1468/1000. Still that much left. Right at this moment, my profession panel popped up on its own. It turned from its original light blue color into the same blood-red color as the killing technique bar. Detected kill count exceeding 1000. Profession evolution is about to begin. Target 1000 kills. After evolution, profession panel is as follows. Profession, Butcher, D rank, Blood Disciple, C rank. Newly added talent, Slaughter Mastery. Talent effect, Blood Disciple unlocked after profession evolution. Slaughter Mastery. Where the hell am I? Is this still a D-tier class? How come it can even evolve? My eyes lit up instantly, but I quickly realized something. My class can apparently evolve to C tier, and its name changed from Butcher to Blood Disciple. Can it evolve to the legendary SSS tier later? It's just killing 10,000 ants, right? That's super easy. The corner of my mouth curled up slightly. I immediately picked up the basin full of insecticide and left in the other direction. That same night, all the ants living near my house had the most terrifying day of their entire lives. It wasn't until dark that I carried the now empty basin back to my rental apartment. I opened the stat panel. Looking at these plain but impressive stats, I could barely stop cackling. Just look at Slaughter Mastery alone. This one talent is a top-tier DPS talent. The first attack on any target is guaranteed to be a critical hit, and the critical damage goes as high as 400%. You know, normal critical damage is only 200%. Even if you have some equipment that boosts critical damage, it only adds 10 to 20 percentage points at most. But mine went straight to 400%, and that's without any equipment at all. That means the first strike I land right now, not counting defense and other stats, deals a full 120 points of damage. Other people only have 100 max HP. Who the hell can survive that? And don't forget, Slaughter Mastery is an evolvable talent. After I killed the last ant colony just now, when my class evolved to Blood Disciple, the panel gave me one talent evolution chance. I immediately tapped Slaughter Mastery, the plus sign next to it. Evolved talent. Evolved effect of Slaughter Mastery. Your first 2 attacks on each target are guaranteed to be critical hits, and your critical damage increases to 600%. That's a straight 200% boost to critical damage, plus an extra guaranteed critical hit. After I saw the evolved effect, my eyes lit up again. Oh, this is so freaking awesome. Hold on for a sec. Let's see what Dissection Mastery's evolved effect is. I tapped the plus sign next to Dissection Mastery. Evolved talent. Evolved effect of Dissection Mastery. After you kill a target, your chance of getting high-tier loot increases by 100%. Looking at Dissection Mastery's evolved effect, I couldn't help gasping. Even though this talent doesn't have the big stats Slaughter Mastery has, its utility is absolutely top tier. You gotta understand, the most important rewards from dungeons besides EXP are the loot dropped by monsters. Especially high-tier loot, you need pretty good luck to get those. After thinking for a bit, I finally decided to use the evolution. Chance on Dissection Mastery. Someone like me with no backing. Early game progression is super important. Talent evolution successful. Dissection Mastery effect. After you kill a target, your chance of obtaining high-tier loot increases by 100%. Looking at the pop-up notification, I nodded in satisfaction. With this talent, my future progression will be totally smooth sailing. I'll save any evolution chances I get later. For Slaughter Mastery, I'm already super hyped for it. Of course, there's another thing I'm looking forward to. I thought about checking the evolution path. A blood red panel appeared again. Post-evolution class panel, class Blood Disciple C tier, Asura B tier. New talent, Asura's Wrath. Talent effect unlocked after class evolution. Looking at this unknown talent called Asura's Wrath, I had a hunch. This talent's effect is probably insanely overpowered. After all, I only evolved to a C tier Blood Disciple, and I already have an OP talent like Slaughter Mastery. Asura is B tier for crying out loud. There's no way it's worse than Slaughter Mastery, right? Too bad though. After evolving to Blood Disciple, ants no longer give kill points. Looks like I'll have to kill normal grade monsters later to get more kill points. But that's easy enough. I didn't overthink it. After all, I have an awakening trial tomorrow. I can test it out in the trial anyway, with the Slaughter Mastery talent. How fun it is to kill monsters. Next day, at the square of Jiangbei No. 1 High School, it was packed with students who awakened their classes yesterday. The awakening trial is a mandatory trial for everyone after class awakening. You get points for killing monsters inside. If you rank high in the trial, you can get a lot of extra points for the professional college entrance exam that's happening in a month. So the awakening trial has become extremely important. Right then, a student pointed at the gate and yelled, "Look, it's Brother Feng! Brother Feng's coming!" Right by the school gate. Su Xiaofeng was wearing a fancy tailored suit, his right arm linked with Liu Ruyan, with Joza trailing on his left side, walking in like he was the center of the universe. That Liu Ruyan was pressed tight against Su Xiaofeng's right arm, not caring at all about everyone's weird stares. Joza, on the other hand, acted like a total lapdog, walking hunched over behind Su Xiaofeng's left side, wearing a super obsequious smile. Tsk-tsk. The campus Beliliu really is dating Brother Feng. They're so close. I'm jealous, man. What are you even jealous for? Brother Feng awakened an S-class job, Necromancer Knight. He's a total top-tier genius. Can you do that? Ha ha ha. Wonder how our top student Lin is feeling right about now, seeing his girlfriend all over another guy. His eyes must be glowing green with jealousy. As soon as that was said, the whole crowd burst out laughing, and a bunch of weird stares immediately turned to me. Su Xiaofeng heard all the whispers around him. The corner of his mouth curled up slightly, wearing a full-on winner's smile. He's been second place for so many years. Now he's finally on top. Lin Yixin? Pfft, he's old news. Su Xiaofeng cast a contemptuous glance my way, sneering repeatedly in his head. I noticed his stare too, but I didn't care at all. Right now, in my eyes, S-class jobs are nothing special. My job can evolve. Can yours? Besides, if I fought Su Xiaofeng right now, 1/ from me, would wipe out his entire health bar instantly. The teacher in charge of the awakening trial saw everyone was gathered and yelled loudly, "All students have finished awakening. The awakening trial officially begins now. Please get ready." Next thing, every awakened student present felt their vision go black, and when they came to, they were in a forest. In front of every person, a pop-up notification appeared. Please select your starting weapon. Starting iron sword, starting long sword, starting spear. All weapons have identical stats. They only come with an attack boost stat. Since my job is butcher, I'll go with the sword. I didn't hesitate and picked the long sword without a second thought. The second I hit confirm, the familiar blood-red interface popped up again. First time holding job-exclusive weapon. New talent unlocked. Executioner. Executioner. Evolvable talent. When wielding bladed weapons, 10% of damage you deal is converted to true damage. Wait, that's a thing. That's the first I've ever heard of that. You can unlock a talent when you pick your first weapon, and this new talent is perfect for my build. True damage is so OP. The later you get in the game, the more valuable true damage becomes. I also noticed this talent, just like that slaying mastery, is evolvable. After the blood-red interface disappeared, a longsword made of data appeared in my hand. I swung it around a couple times. It felt really natural to hold. I didn't stick around. I headed straight for the deep part of the forest with the longsword. I'm taking first place in this trial for sure. After I got a good look at my surroundings, all the knowledge I learned came in handy immediately. The map of White Wolf Forest unfolded in my head, like a painting. After I picked my route, I slowly moved forward with my sword in hand. After walking for a while, I suddenly spotted a few familiar figures up ahead. The people up front heard the footsteps behind them and turned around to look. When Su Xiaofeng saw me, an amused look flashed across his eyes. Talk about enemies meeting on a narrow road. Didn't expect to run into this kid right after entering the trial. Now's the perfect chance to humiliate Lin Yixin and let out all the frustration I've built up over the years. But he didn't make a move right away, because in a clearing not far from them, a few wild wolves were fast asleep. The most noticeable one was a giant one-eyed wolf. Just turn on the observation function, and you can see that giant one-eyed wolf is an elite tier mini-boss. Everyone taking the awakening trial chooses to grind small mobs first to level up, before challenging elite mobs, because if you don't level up first, you need at least 3 people to take down an elite. They were just discussing how to go get one more person to fight this one-eyed giant wolf, and I just showed up right on time. Su Xiaofeng suddenly had a smart idea. Isn't this perfect? First pretend to invite Lin Yixin to join the team. Trick him into wearing down the one-eyed giant wolf's HP. When he's almost out of HP, we'll just stand by and do nothing. As soon as I die, the 3 of them can step in and take the kill, right? This way they not only get points, it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. They can make Lin Yixin get 0 points in the trial. Su Xiaofeng cleared his throat immediately. He spoke coldly towards my direction. Lin Yixin, come here. Even though you awakened that trash butcher class. But since we're classmates, I'll give you a chance to join our team. See that pack of wolves over there? You take the lead. Go up and wear down that one-eyed wolf's HP a little. Then we'll switch you out and take care of the rest of the wolves. You got a problem with that? After hearing Su Xiaofeng's suggestion, I couldn't hold it back anymore and said, you dumbass. Why don't you go yourself? As soon as I said that, the originally calm look on Su Xiaofeng's face immediately flashed a hint of murderous intent. Trash, do you know what you're saying? I didn't hesitate and spoke again. I said, you're a dumbass. Had enough of being scolded. Want to hear it one more time? I finished talking and didn't wait for Su Xiaofeng to reply. Liu Ruyan standing nearby got pissed off first. She jumped out right away, pointed at me and yelled, Lin Yixin, how can you curse at people? You have a trash class. If you don't join a team, how else do you expect to score points in the trial? Brother Feng is doing you a favor by letting you join us. You don't even say thank you. You even cursed. Zoza, who was with them, also sneered. Lin Yichin, you hear that? Hurry up and apologize to Brother Feng. Looking at how frantic Liu Ruyan and Josie were, I laughed again. Just yesterday, this woman was calling me Brother Chen non-stop. Now she's already calling someone else Brother Feng. When Liu Ruyan saw that I not only didn't react, but was also smiling mockingly, she got annoyed right away. What are you laughing at? I laughed because I cursed wrong just now. Glad you know that. When Liu Ruyan saw this, her anger died down a little, but she still spoke arrogantly. Since you know you were wrong, why don't you hurry up and apologize to Brother Feng? No. The corner of my mouth lifted slightly. What I'm laughing at is, I missed 2 people when I cursed earlier. All 3 of you are dumbasses. Su Xiaofeng stepped forward. A cruel smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Holding his starter greatsword, he slowly walked towards me. According to the rules, attacking each other is not allowed during the awakening trial, unless it's self-defense. Otherwise, no matter how many points you get in the trial, they will all be wiped out after you leave. But for Su Xiaofeng, this genius who awakened the S-Class Death Knight class is not much of a punishment. Geniuses always have the right to break rules. I'll teach you today. What the rules are, Su Xiaofeng sneered. He immediately gripped his greatsword tightly and swung it straight at me. Not just that. Su Xiaofeng also enchanted his greatsword with the first talent of Death Knight, Frostmourne. It can add extra ice attribute damage to any greatsword the user holds. It's totally enough to kill a D-class trash. Looking at the greatsword about to hit my head, my face didn't show any emotion at all. Since when? Does a lapdog dare to act recklessly in front of its master? I chuckled softly and immediately swung my knife forward. Bang! A cold flash of light swept past. The starter greatsword in Su Xiaofeng's hand was cut directly in half, and his head flew straight up into the air. Su Xiaofeng's body crashed to the ground, along with his head that had a shocked expression on it. It turned to ash and dissipated after a moment. 113. I looked at the damage number floating in front of me. I was very satisfied. 1 hit kill. Looking at the terrified looks on their faces, I smiled faintly. Now it's your 2's turn. Joza and Liu Ruyan, who were ready to watch the show, were completely dumbfounded. You actually dared to attack during the trial. And you killed Brother Feng. Psycho, you're a total psycho. Joza pointed at me and yelled angrily. You're done for. How dare you kill someone in the trial? The teachers won't let you off easy once we get out. Looking at the terrified looks on their faces, I just smiled faintly. That was just self-defense. How is that even wrong? Joza was completely choked up by those words. Yeah, Su Xiaofeng was definitely the one who attacked first. Right now, who knows how many teachers are watching through the monitors? No one can deny what happened in the trial ground. Ever since Lin Yikin awakened a D-class profession, Chuza had been planning to become Su Xiaofeng's lapdog, seeing that this threat didn't work on me. Plus, I'd just one-shot Su Xiaofeng with a single slash. After thinking it over for a bit, Joza's eyes darted back and forth. Then he said, even if it was self-defense, Brother Feng is the young master of Hidden Edge Pavilion. How dare you attack him? Hidden Edge Pavilion will never let you get away with this. Just you wait. With that, Joza scurried away in embarrassment. Terrified my next slash would land on him, soon only Liu Ruyan and I were left in the woods. Looking at this ex-girlfriend of mine, I couldn't help feeling amused. I laughed and said, your 2 boyfriends already ran off. What are you still doing here? What did you say? Liu Ruyan heard that? And immediately furrowed her brows in anger. How dare you call yourself my boyfriend? Talking to me like that. Boyfriend. I couldn't help sneering. Earlier outside, didn't you break up with me? To be Su Xiaofeng's girlfriend. Liu Ruyan gritted her teeth hard, seething with rage. As the top campus belle of Jiangbei No. 1 High School, no one had ever treated her like this before. So what if I broke up with you? Aren't you the one at fault here? If you hadn't awakened a D-class profession, would I have ever broken up with you? Fucking loser. Seeing this woman still had no plans to leave, I said sharply, piss off right now! I didn't want to see this woman even for 1 more second. I used to think Liu Ruyan truly liked me, but I never expected she only cared about strong talent. I'm not leaving. Liu Ruyan still had no intention of leaving at all. She huffed coldly. You made me lose 2 teammates. You have to compensate me. You're so strong. Go beat those giant wolves until they're almost dead, so I can land the final hit. As she said that, she pointed at the giant wolves that were fast asleep. Look at how shameless she was. I laughed out of anger immediately. You won't piss off, huh? Fine, let me warn you first. Once the fight starts, I might not be able to look out for anyone else. With that, I walked straight toward the giant wolves without hesitation. When Liu Ruyan saw this, a smug grin appeared on her face. Yep, she took my words, as me agreeing to let her leech experience off me. You acted all high and mighty just now. But look at you now. Simping for me anyway. The second I stepped near the wolf pack, the one-eyed giant wolf woke up first, after letting out a loud roar. All the other giant wolves stood up as well. Then Liu Ruyan saw me, looking like I was scared out of my wits by the wolves. Turn right around and sprint straight toward her. The giant wolves and I were running really fast. In just the blink of an eye, we were less than 5 meters away from her. Hurry up and fight with me. I can't take all of them on my own. But Liu Ruyan was completely confused. Fight with you. I'm a healer. How the hell am I supposed to fight? Besides the one-eyed giant wolf fighting with me, the other giant wolves all fixed their glowing red eyes on Liu Ruyan. Right after that, they started walking toward her. Before Liu Ruyan could even yell those 2 words, she saw the shadows of the 3 giant wolves getting bigger and bigger in her vision. Next second, 4, 6. First, as strings of damage numbers popped up, Liu Ruyan's HP bar dropped like flowing water. Li Yichin, save me. Liu Ruyan panicked immediately, screaming at me like crazy, but I was having the time of my life fighting the one-eyed wolf. 1 person and 1 wolf, trading blows back and forth, fighting super intensely. I can't help you right now. Just hit them back. Kill them and you'll be fine. I'm a healer. How am I supposed to fight them? Liu Ruyan was so anxious she cried. Healers at a higher level might have attack skills, but she was only level 1. At this rate, she really would end up getting 0 points at all, is about to be kicked out of the trial, and get a 0 score. Which college would accept her? Figure it out yourself, and ignored Liu Ruyan's screams. Liu Ruyan's HP bar kept dropping, until it hit 0. Finally, she wore a face full of hatred, and gradually turned to ash and vanished. Seeing Liu Ruyan finally disappear from my sight, she's finally dead. What a pain. I couldn't help grinning, and looked at the group of giant wolves. Next, it's your turn to get wiped out, wolf brats. I gripped my long knife, without thinking twice about anything, and charged straight at the giant wolves to slash them. 1 slash, 2 slashes. 3 slashes, killing technique +1. Killing technique +1. Every time I swung my knife, 1 giant wolf died under my blade. Each of these giant wolves had 50 HP. I one-shot them instantly with every slash. After taking out all these small fries, I started fighting the one-eyed giant wolf. After a few more slashes, a proper elite mob that would take normal students ages to beat. The one-eyed giant wolf was actually one-shot by me instantly. Kill count +2. Congratulations on leveling up. Level 1, level 3. 4 basic attributes increased. 2 free attribute points gained. Obtained high-tier loot. Rotten wolf eyeball. Can be used to make potions. I was in a really good mood. I leveled up twice right at the start of the trial, and even dropped a crafting material. This efficiency is unbeatable. Also, I noticed one thing. After killing the elite giant wolf, the killing technique gain was double that of a normal giant wolf. So that means killing technique should be based on the level of the creature I kill to calculate the gain. Because ants are too weak, that's why they give no points at all. The elite giant wolf is relatively strong, so it gives +2. Now that I know the rule, it's easy. And for the attribute points I got from leveling up, put all 2 attribute points into strength. Yeah, I already made up my mind. Since my 2 talents are so OP, I'll just main strength for all future attribute points. The strength attribute is directly related to attack power. The best defense is offense. Just when I was about to assign the points, my blood-colored interface popped up again, and a new talent immediately showed up. First time slaying an elite level demon beast. New talent unlocked, Scarlet Reaper. Scarlet Reaper, evolvable talent. Your attacks have 10% lifesteal based on damage dealt. And the EXP you gain from killing mobs is doubled to 200%. Double EXP plus lifesteal. I was stunned for a second. This talent is so broken. Not only does it have passive lifesteal on attacks, it also lets you level up twice as fast as others. Crit rate plus crit damage, plus lifesteal, and double EXP gain. No skill needed. It's all about stats, bro. Being a stat monster is so good. I sighed to myself. Then I gripped my long knife again and headed deeper into the forest. With double EXP now, if I don't go grind levels, I'd slap myself in the face as I killed my way deep into the White Wolf Forest. My level went from the previous level 3 all the way up to level 8 now. Open the interface. I mumbled Lin Yichin in my mind. Class, Blood Disciple. Rating, C. Level 8, HP 450, MP 170, Attack 134, Defense 19, Strength 17, Constitution 10, Spirit 10, Agility 10, no skills. Since I put all my attribute points into Strength, plus the 10 attack points from the starter long knife, My attack now reached a crazy 134 points, plus that kill mastery talent. The first slash I land on every target, if you don't count defense, can deal a massive 536 damage, except for boss level or higher enemies. No one can take that hit. According to the strategy guide, there's a mob spawn point in White Wolf Ridge. Let's go take a look. I followed the route I remembered and walked towards that direction. After a while, I suddenly saw a familiar figure. I saw not far away. Jose was fighting fiercely with 3 giant wolves. The starter weapon he chose was a rapier. Right now, Jose was glowing red all over, holding the rapier and stabbing the 3 giant wolves rapidly. Obviously, he activated the first talent of AG Berserker, Blood Frenzy. When activated, it increases attack speed by 50% for a short time, and attacks apply bleed effect. But the side effect is that when the effect wears off, you lose half your current HP. Just a moment later, that 3-headed giant wolf was already barely hanging on. It's fate that we ran into each other. Let me crank up the difficulty a little for you. I can't help but curl the corner of my mouth slightly. I immediately turn around and head in the other direction. Looking at the fallen 3-headed giant wolf in front of him, Chuzo heaves a long sigh of relief. He checks his stat panel. Chuzo is full of pride in his eyes. I leveled up to level 2 right after I got in. No one can match this speed except those few S-rank monsters. Who else can pull this off? As soon as he finishes speaking, a flicker of resentment crosses Jose's eyes. If it weren't for that lunatic Lin Yichen, if Brother Xiaofeng and I teamed up, I'd probably be level 3 by now. That's so damn unlucky. Huh? What's that noise? He just opened his stat panel when he hears a commotion behind him. Curious. He turns around to look. It's actually me leading a pack of giant wolves, running straight towards him. Fuck! Don't come over here! Josie's expression immediately becomes extremely funny. Then he doesn't even think twice before turning and running for his life, since he just finished fighting a wave of minions, plus the side effect of blood rage. Jose's HP is almost completely drained. He only has 30 HP left. With that tiny sliver of HP, if these wolves surround him, he'll definitely get torn to shreds instantly. But things don't go the way he hoped. The wolves and I are way faster than him. In just a few seconds, we've already caught up right behind him. Hey buddy, run faster. Why are you so slow? I'm sprinting at full speed. As I say to Jose, who I just overtook, run your fucking ass! Chozi is so furious he starts swearing nonstop. His eyes are even redder than when he activated Blood Rage earlier. He knows he can't outrun us. So he glances towards the depths of the White Wolf Forest. You're trying to screw me over, huh? Fine, I'll take you down with me. Chozo immediately sprints towards the depths. I look at the direction he's running and narrow my eyes slightly. I know what's over there. It's the final boss of the White Wolf Forest trial, the White Wolf King. He's cornered. He wants to take me down with him, huh? Perfect, I also want to test how sharp my current blade is. I grin and stop chasing him. I turn around and swing my blade a few times, killing all the giant wolves behind me. The second Jozu steps into that area, he has no way to turn back. If I lead these wolves to the boss room, it'll just make things harder for no reason. The White Wolf Forest's final boss, White Wolf King, is very strong. He has a skill called Howl of the Wolf King. This is a group buff. It can boost the attack speed of all nearby wolves by 100% for 1 minute. Yep. The hardest part of fighting White Wolf King isn't the boss himself, it's the wolves around him. But for me who lands critical hits every strike, this is basically just free EXP. Soon I spot an open clearing not far away. That's really easy to notice. There are dozens of giant wolves resting in the clearing, but there's one wolf with entirely silvery white fur. That's twice the size of the other giant wolves. Patrolling its territory, White Wolf King, Demon King rank boss, HP 2000. Attack 80. Skill, Howl of the Wolf King. Sends all nearby wolves into a frenzy. Doubles their attack speed. Danger level red. Right then the White Wolf King seems to notice something and turns its head towards my direction. Of course it's not looking at Lin Yichen. It's looking at Jose, who's sprinting ahead. The White Wolf King immediately throws its head back and lets out a long howl. The resting giant wolves hear the howl and all stand up. The eyes of every giant wolf immediately turn blood red, facing a pack of bloodthirsty red-eyed wolves head on. Jozo's legs can't help but shake. If he didn't know you can't die in the trial, he'd probably be scared shitless right now. But Jozo doesn't stay scared for long. The rage in his eyes has already overpowered his fear. He turns around to look behind him and sees that I really did follow him. Come on, come get me! I'll make you die here with me. Chuza sneers, his face full of madness. Right now, the White Wolf King and the pack are already sprinting towards them. In just a few seconds, the wolves swarm over. A few giant wolves even charge straight forward. leaping to bite Jodza, who's the closest. Lin Yishin when we get out of here later. Don't you fucking kneel and beg us to spare you. He snarls at me, pointing a finger, then was completely bitten to death, and its body faded away. After taking down one prey, dozens of blood-red eyes turned to me. Then all the giant wolves lunged straight at me, but I wasn't panicking at all. I gripped my long blade, with fighting spirit burning in my eyes. Come on, I'll show you what it means when my stats are way higher than yours. A slash lands, 528. The giant wolf at the front died instantly. Next up, my blade was swinging so fast it left after images. Every time a damage number popped up, a giant wolf dropped dead. There were way too many wolves. Occasionally, a few giant wolves broke through and bit Lin Yichin. But plus 52 popped up. Plus 5 triple killing technique. Plus 1 killing technique. Apply 1 every time I strike with my blade. I also get a few dozen HP of healing. How can I possibly lose this? 3 minutes later, only the White Wolf King was left on the open ground. I shook the wolf blood off my blade and turned my gaze to the White Wolf King. I just killed dozens of giant wolves. With the double EXP boost, my level has gone up from level 8 to level 18, and my 4 base stats have also reached SP850, MP27, ATK 278, DF39. The reason I've reached this level is all thanks to my own hard work. Open the stat panel, max out my strength. Strength, 17, 27. ATK 268, 308. Watch carefully. This slash is going to be super cool. A silvery white blade flash slashed through the air. 1202, a huge damage number popped up immediately. The White Wolf King howled in agony. Pressed the advantage. I tanked the White Wolf King's attacks and landed 3 more slashes. The White Wolf King completely collapsed. Killing technique plus 10. Level 18. 20. First kill of a Demon Lord detected, instant drop triggered. Gain 1 talent evolution chance. Also detected level exceeded 20. Gain 1 additional talent evolution chance. Talent evolution chances 2. Please select the talent to evolve. I looked at all the pop-up notifications, and my eyes lit up immediately. The last time I got an evolution chance, I evolved my garbage talent, Dissection Mastery, into something so overpowered. What will I get this time? Just as I was about to test it out, I suddenly noticed on the White Wolf King's corpse, there was a spot glowing faintly. After noticing that, I walked over and used my weapon to dig open the glowing spot. An irregularly shaped pale purple crystal came into my view. The White Wolf King's core. Demon Lord grade. This is a Demon Lord grade core. After seeing this item, I perked up completely. Only monsters of chief grade or higher can drop these. Cores are useful for forging weapons, or crafting consumables like magic potions, and they are extremely critical materials. Someone did a specific study on this. The drop rate of cores from Demon Lord grade monsters is nearly 8%. With the boost from my Dissection Mastery talent, it dropped on my first try. What a treasure! I put it away, into the inner pocket of my coat. When I read guides for the White Wolf Forest Secret Realm before, the White Wolf King's core can be used to craft a platinum rarity battle shield. Even though its equip level is only 30, this shield has a super useful skill, Wolf King's Roar. When used, it boosts all nearby teammates' attack speed by 50%. This effect is literally made for support type tanks. That's why the price of White Wolf King cores stays super high. One can sell for a sky-high price of 150,000 new dollars. Add another 100,000 or so. Outside the 4th ring road of Zhongbei City, you can buy a small-sized apartment. As the skill panel popped up again, Evolve Talent Dissection Mastery. Post-evolution effect. After killing prey, the chance of obtaining high-tier loot increases by 150%. Looking at the evolved effect of Dissection Mastery, I was a little surprised. I didn't expect it to increase high-tier loot drop rate. This effect is really strong, but I ended up pressing the no button. I think what I need most right now is faster leveling speed. After the trial ends, the college entrance exam is in a month. Whether I can get better resources in the future depends on this run. So I silently clicked on the talent, Scarlet Reaper. The plus sign next to it, Evolve Talent Scarlet Reaper. Scarlet Reaper is an evolvable talent. Your attacks come with 20% lifesteal based on damage dealt, and XP you get from killing mobs is increased to 250%. Seeing the upgraded effects, I hit confirm right away. The talent evolved successfully. For the remaining evolution chance, I didn't pick Executioner for it. True damage is the kind of stat that only reaches its full potential in the late game. After all, everyone's defense is low in the early game, so Slayer Mastery is the better pick. Talent evolved successfully, Slayer Mastery. Your first 2 attacks on every target are guaranteed crits, and your crit damage is boosted to 600%. With these busted stats I can totally dumpster any opponent my level. A smirk tugged at the corner of my mouth. I did a quick calculation. With the boosted Slayer Mastery buff, my first 2 hits on the same target can deal a full 148 points of damage. One hit like that, even a professional 10-something levels higher than me, or even 20 levels higher, wouldn't survive that. There's half an hour left in the trial. I checked the time. I decided to use this last bit of time to grind more XP in White Wolf Forest. After all, the Awakening trial isn't like the secret realms outside. Dying here doesn't affect your real body at all. The secret realms outside are a different story. If you die there, you're dead for real. When there was 1 minute left till the trial ended, I finally killed the last giant wolf in front of me. The next second, the sky over the entire trial realm lit up with a blinding white light. After the white light faded, I opened my eyes again and found myself back on the Awakening platform. Lots of other teleported students were around me. When they realized they were back in the real world, they all started chatting excitedly. Dude, Jin, I leveled up 6 times in the trial. That's crazy fast, right? Damn, no wonder it's a B-class profession. I'm so jealous of you. I only leveled up 4 times, ugh. Hey, do you guys think those geniuses in our school who awakened S-class professions, what level are they now?
Probably only level 10.
Only level 10? You're underestimating S-class talents way too much. I bet they're level 12 or 13 at least, just as they were chatting heatedly. A loud roar came from not far away, Lin Yixin. You're finally out. At the sound of that voice, everyone looked towards the source. I saw Su Xiaofeng with Zhouze and Liu Ruyan, followed by Ma Mingrui, vice principal of Zhangbei No. 1 High School. The 4 of them walked straight towards Lin Yixin. Lin Yixin, you're so screwed. Su Xiaofeng walked straight up to me and gave me a cold, vicious glare. Then, he turned to Vice Principal Ma Mingrui and said, Sir, it's him. He just killed me for no reason back in the realm. Now I'm still only level 1. As soon as he said that, the surrounding students were all too shocked to say a word. No way. The famous S-class genius, Su Xiaofeng, got killed by Lin Yixin, a D-class profession holder. In the trial realm, that's unheard of. Vice Principal Ma Mingrui's eyes were also filled with rage. Su Xiaofeng is one of the few students in Zhangbei No. 1 High who awakened an S-grade talent. He was counting on Su Xiaofeng to get a good rank in the college entrance exam and bring honor to Zhangbei No. 1 High. But you, Lin Yixin, with a lousy D-grade talent, dared to make Su Xiaofeng lose his trial qualification and left him stuck at level 1. This is unforgivable. Ma Mingrui stared at me coldly. Yixin, you've disappointed me so much. How dare you attack a classmate in the Awakening trial? I thought so highly of you before. Who would have thought? You're such an ill-mannered little bastard. Your college entrance exam qualification is revoked. My expression didn't change at all when I heard that. On what grounds? On the grounds that you killed someone in the trial. What other grounds do you need? Ma Mingrui got even angrier when he saw me arguing back, his rage boiling over. He snapped without letting me speak. Now, right now, grab your stuff and get out of Zhangbei No. 1 High immediately. Zhangbei No. 1 High doesn't welcome trash with bad character like you. I still stood there after hearing what he said, with zero intention of leaving. I stared right back at the furious Ma Mingrui without any fear. Principal Ma, have you checked the recording from the monitoring device? Su Xiaofeng attacked me first, clearly. I only fought back in self-defense. How is that not justifiable self-defense? Justifiable self-defense. Ma Mingrui let out a cold sneer. You're a D-grade life profession holder. How could you kill classmate Su in the realm? You must have used some dirty trick to sneak attack him. You'd have zero chance fighting him fair and square. How is that self-defense? Of course he hadn't watched the recording. He was watching the live stream, actually. Right. As soon as the Awakening trial started, a group of teachers set their eyes on Su Xiaofeng, this top S-tier talent. Also saw the scene where Lin Yixin one-shot Su Xiaofeng with a single blade strike. Though all the teachers were pretty shocked at that moment. He thought otherwise. Lin Yixin must have some hidden attribute-boosting equipment on him, or special items. And just now, he already told all the teachers who watched the live stream, through the monitoring device, explicitly earlier, when he comes out later to work with Su Xiaofeng to accuse Lin Yixin, every single teacher must keep their mouth shut. Anyone who dares speak up for Lin Yixin will be fired immediately and blacklisted across the entire Zhangbei city. So they can never get a footing in Zhangbei ever again. Hearing that, I finally figured it out. Ma Mingrui definitely knows the truth. He just wants to suck up to the Su family, so he's putting on this whole show with Su Xiaofeng. Looking at his fake holier-than-thou face, I just find it hilarious. I used to think Ma Mingrui was a decent principal. Turns out he's just another snob. He just hit it really well, so I never noticed before. Whether it's self-defense isn't up to me, and it isn't up to you either. I demand we play the trial footage right now. Whether Su Xiaofeng struck first, everyone will know once we watch it. I straightened my back. My voice wasn't loud, but it was clear enough for everyone to hear. My attitude actually got some students to agree with me. Yeah, Principal Ma, just play the full trial footage. That's the only way we can tell. If what Lin Yichen said is true, what are you all yelling about? After Ma Mingrui heard these comments, he just glared at them coldly, and all the students went quiet immediately. Lin Yichen killed someone in the trial. That's an indisputable fact. What do we need to play the footage for? Ma Mingrui then pointed at the two people, Liu Ruyan and Zhou Ze next to him, classmate Liu and classmate Zhou. They are eyewitnesses who personally saw Lin Yichen kill classmate Su during the trial with their own eyes. All of you making noise. Are you Lin Yichen's accomplices or what? As soon as he said that, the students who were originally speaking up for me didn't dare make a sound anymore, and all stepped back a little. That was a really serious accusation. No one dared take that on, seeing everyone go quiet. Ma Mingrui was secretly very smug, thinking, are you kidding me? I'd never let you watch that footage. If you watch it, our whole plan gets exposed, right? The principal of Jiangbei No. 1 High School is almost never around all year. So even though Ma Mingrui is only the vice principal, he holds a lot of power, as long as nothing goes wrong. Lin Yichen will be stuck with this false accusation for his whole life. Since no one has any objections, I hereby announce that classmate Lin Yichen, for violating school rules and breaking the laws of the Kanglin Kingdom, is now expelled from the school. Ma Mingrui cleared his throat and started announcing the punishment. But right then, a dark shadow suddenly appeared in the sky not far away. At the same time, a deep, hoarse voice came from far away. What's all the commotion about? As the voice faded in, the figure gradually grew larger in everyone's sight, until he floated above the awakening platform and slowly landed. Only then did everyone get a clear look at his face. He was an elegantly dressed, white-haired old man. Ma Mingrui, this time, how are the results of Jiangbei No. 1 High School's awakening trial? As soon as the old man landed, he spoke to Ma Mingrui in a tone like a superior, giving an order to a subordinate. The moment Ma Mingrui saw this old man, all his previous arrogance vanished instantly. He was absolutely terrified in his heart. He smiled obsequiously and said, Elder Bai, the trial was completed successfully. But there was a small incident. Please let me handle it first, then I'll report the results to you. What small incident? Bai Chuanqing frowned slightly. It's just a trivial matter. It's not worth bothering you with. I'll handle this properly. You should go back to the association first. I'll come to you to report the full results, Ma Mingrui said hurriedly. He was even more smug internally, thinking snidely, this Bai Chuanqing is the new head of the Jiangbei Professional Association. He's a level 200 S tier, 4th class transition, professional 1,000-armed Arhat. His strength is definitely in the top tier of Jiangbei City, and he's extremely upright. I tried to curry favor with him multiple times, but got rejected every time. If he gets involved in this matter, the plan I made with Su Xiaofen will be totally ruined. But the more Bai Chuanqing saw him acting like this, the deeper he frowned. Ma Mingrui, answer me when I ask you a question. I don't want to ask a second time. Hearing this, cold sweat immediately beaded on Ma Mingrui's forehead. He dared not hide anything. It's true, it's true. In the awakening trial just now, someone committed murder. All the witnesses are present now. The evidence is solid. I'm handling it right now. Where is the murderer? Though he told what happened, he deliberately distorted the facts to directly frame Lin Yichen as the guilty party. Who is it? Bai Chuanqing asked again. Ma Mingrui quickly pointed at Lin Yichen. It's him, Elder Bai. The person he killed is Su Xiaofeng. Classmate Su is one of the few top SG talents in Jiangbei No. 1 High School. Rest assured, I will definitely punish the murderer severely. I will never let him get away with it. After hearing this, Bai Chuanqing turned to look at me. His face looked very stern. Why did you kill someone? Bai Chuanqing asked coldly. It seemed that if Lin Yichen didn't give a satisfying explanation, he would destroy me completely any time. I was just acting in self-defense. How can you call that murder? Lin Yichen took a deep breath and replied. He had heard of Bai Chuanqing before. Facing this big shot who's over level 200, I'd be lying if I said I felt no pressure at all. But I still kept my back straight. I didn't break any rules at all. If I get scared right now, I'll just play right into some people's hands. Self-defense. Hearing this phrase, Bai Chuanqing frowned. His gaze turned extremely sharp. I'll give you one chance to prove yourself. If you're still lying now, I will definitely not spare you. Ma Mingrui, get the full surveillance footage of the scene. Ma Mingrui hesitated at once. If he really gets the footage, everything will be exposed. He gave Su Xiaofeng standing beside him a pleading look. Su Xiaofeng's face looked really funny right now. He quickly stepped forward and said, "Elder Bai, I don't think we need the surveillance footage. Lin Yichen killed my avatar in the secret realm. That's a fact. Besides, Ruyan and Zhouze are witnesses too. No need to go through that trouble." His family had dealt with Bai Chuanqing before, so he knew this old man was very stubborn and couldn't stand any unfairness at all. Su Xiaofeng turned to Bai Chuanqing and said, "Elder Bai, Lin Yichen's bad deeds in the secret realm didn't only include killing me. He also indirectly caused the deaths of Liu Ruyan and Zhouze. The two of them. All three of us are witnesses." After Su Xiaofeng finished speaking, Liu Ruyan beside him quickly stepped forward and said, "Yes, Elder Bai, Lin Yichen is so vicious. He just awakened his profession and already killed 3 people. I can't even imagine what he will do next." Zhouze also added right away, "Elder Bai, please make sure to punish Lin Yichen severely." As soon as he said this, all the surrounding students were shocked. What did they just hear? Lin Yichen didn't only kill Su Xiaofeng, he also killed Liu Ruyan and Zhouze. Though they didn't know how Lin Yichen did that, it didn't matter. Because this news was just way too crazy. When Bai Chuanqing heard what Su Xiaofeng said, his face gradually turned more stern. He shifted his gaze back to Lin Yichen and said calmly, "Now 3 people are accusing you. What else do you have to say for yourself?" Seeing his face change slightly, Su Xiaofeng couldn't help feeling happy inside. Why even check the surveillance footage? 3 witnesses are right here. Just announce the punishment for Lin Yichen directly. I also noticed at this moment that Su Xiaofeng obviously didn't want Bai Chuanqing to see the surveillance footage. I was just about to speak up when suddenly a figure in a hip-hugging skirt and black stockings stepped forward first and said, "Elder Bai, I was observing classmate Lin the whole time just now. He really was acting in self-defense." Teacher Cheng, looking at the person who stood up to defend me, my heart warmed a little. Cheng Simeng is the monster habits theory teacher of our senior class 1. She was usually one of the teachers who cared about me most. But after I awakened a D-class profession, all the other teachers who used to care about me never treated me nicely again, not even one. I never expected Cheng Simeng would be willing to stand up for me on an occasion like this. "Teacher Cheng, what nonsense are you talking about?" Seeing someone come to defend Lin Yichen, Ma Mingrui immediately stepped forward and scolded her. "Classmate Su, classmate Liu, and classmate Zhou are all excellent students with good grades and character in our Jiangbei #1 high school. Why would they lie? Besides, Lin Yichen only has a D-class life profession. If he really beats student Su and the others in self-defense, don't you think that no normal person would buy that?" Ma Mingrui spoke with absolute certainty, and what he said actually sounded pretty reasonable. A D-class ability holder took down 3 people at once. What's more, one of the 3 is S-class, one is C-class, and they even brought B-class Liu Ruyan as their healer. It'd be fucking crazy if he actually won that fight. But Cheng Simeng knew. That was exactly what had happened. Principal Ma, student Lin. Cheng Simeng tried to speak up for Lin Yichen, but was ruthlessly cut off by Ma Mingrui. "Okay, stop talking right now." Ma Mingrui gave him an ice-cold look that was full of threat. "Teacher Cheng, if you keep defending this murderer Lin Yichen, then I will have to question if you have the moral character needed to be a teacher." With that, Ma Mingrui turned to look at Bai Chuanqing. He said flatteringly, "Master Bai, what do you think we should do with Lin Yichen, this student who killed someone during the awakening trial? As punishment, if this were anyone else who didn't want to get to the bottom of things, they probably would have just gone along with what he said. Too bad he was dealing with Bai Chuanqing. Principal Ma, go get the surveillance footage first." Bai Chuanqing wasn't swayed by Ma Mingrui's words and just said this calmly. His tone was very casual, like he was just having a normal chat with someone. But Ma Mingrui was already sweating cold sweat. He gritted his teeth and answered, "Yes, I'll have someone bring it right away." Ma Mingrui really didn't expect that Bai Chuanqing, the newly appointed head official, would come to the awakening trial site in person. In the past, principals like him would wait until the trial ended, then bring the materials to the association to report. With Bai Chuanqing's order, even Su Xiaofeng didn't dare to say anything more now. The surveillance footage was quickly brought to the awakening stage by 2 teachers. It's called footage, but it's actually a device that looks like a projector. The 2 teachers turned it on, and an extremely clear image was projected onto the sky. Next, the footage of me just entering the trial and running into Su Xiaofeng and the other 2 was seen by everyone present one by one, especially when everyone saw Su Xiaofeng getting killed by Lin Yichen with a single slash. All the students present were too shocked to say a word. The teachers, on the other hand, were all frowning. as if they couldn't understand why this happened. Su Xiaofeng was hanging his head right now, his face flushed with shame. His fists clenched tight, feeling like he'd completely lost all face. Liu Ruyan wasn't doing any better. Her face was also red with embarrassment, especially when the footage showed her teaming up with Su Xiaofeng to set Lin Yichen up and calling him Brother Feng over and over again. Liu Ruyan immediately felt countless weird looks being thrown her way. She didn't even need anyone to say anything to guess what they were all thinking. After all, before today's awakening ceremony started, she had who knows how many times called Lin Yichen Brother Yi in front of everyone. Ma Mingri, what else do you have to say for yourself? After watching the footage, Bai Chuanqing, who had been silent for a long time, suddenly spoke. Teacher Bai, I was careless. I didn't handle this rigorously enough. This is all my fault. Ma Mingri hung his head and admitted his mistake in a very sincere tone. Just now during the awakening trial, I didn't check the perspectives of Student Su and Student Lin, and almost wronged Student Lin. He ignored Su Xiaofeng's threatening look from the side and kept apologizing profusely. You're not apologizing to me. Bai Chuanqing was completely unmoved. He pointed at Lin Yichen, who was standing nearby. Apologizing to the student is what you should be doing right now. Ma Mingri gritted his teeth, turned around and walked up to me, and bowed deeply to me again. Student Lin, I'm the principal. I was confused for a moment just now, and almost wronged you. I'm sorry. Deep down, he thought that apologizing in front of so many people, to a D-class loser who's doomed to be at the bottom for life, was super humiliating, but he knew keeping his position as principal was way more important than his pride. I looked at Ma Mingri, whose attitude had done a complete 180. My face still remained cold and indifferent. There's no need for me to respond to this fake apology. I turned around and cupped my hands at Bai Chuanqing. Thank you, Master Bai, for clearing my name. No need to thank me, Bai Chuanqing nodded. This is just what I should do. Seeing this, Ma Mingri thought Bai Chuanqing would no longer pursue the matter, but Bai Chuanqing suddenly changed the subject. What happened today is not enough. To give you a proper explanation, he looked at Ma Mingri. Ma Mingri, as the principal, you almost wronged one of your own students, and you almost made this student be barred from taking the most important college entrance exam of his life. I'll report this truthfully to the higher-ups. Ma Mingrui's mood, which had just relaxed, immediately tensed up again. He hurriedly begged, Master Bai, please give me another chance. I promise that from now on, this kind of thing will never happen again. Ma Mingrui knew very well in his heart that if what happened today really gets reported by Bai Chuanqing and brought out into the open, he'll definitely lose his job as principal for good. Go make that promise to the association. I'm just dealing with this matter objectively. But Bai Chuanqing didn't listen to Ma Mingrui's excuses at all.
Just like earlier when...
Ma Mingrui didn't listen to Lin Yichen's defense. But the two were on opposite sides. Seeing there was no way to fix the situation, Ma Mingrui was filled with resentment. At this moment, Su Xiaofeng, who had a dark look on his face, gave Liu Ruyan and Zhouzu a subtle look. The two immediately caught on. Liu Ruyan stepped forward and said to Bai Chuanqing, Master Bai, setting aside the fact that Lin Yichen acted in self-defense, is Lin Yichen completely blameless? Seeing this unfold, the students present, who'd thought the matter was over and had been losing interest, immediately put on curious, gossip-hungry faces. Bai Chuanqing frowned and said, Speak. What else is there? Liu Ruyan said, Lin Yichen intentionally lured monsters in the secret realm just now to get me killed. Isn't that attempted murder? After Liu Ruyan finished speaking, Zhouza also spoke up, Master Bai. I was also killed because Lin Yichen intentionally lured monsters over. After hearing what the two had to say, Bai Chuanqing spoke calmly. Pull up the footage. The two teachers in charge of monitoring footage immediately adjusted the camera angle. Next, the clip of me leading the one-eyed giant wolf and a group of other monsters over to Liu Ruyan was played on the screen. After Bai Chuanqing watched the clip, he couldn't help frowning. He looked at me and said, Why did you intentionally lure monsters to kill your classmate? I wasn't flustered at all. When did I intentionally hurt her? When I went to fight the one-eyed giant wolf, I clearly told Liu Ruyan to leave, but she insisted on staying. What was I supposed to do? Liu Ruyan got anxious immediately when she heard that, stepped forward, pointed at me, and cursed. You did it on purpose to kill me. You're just making excuses here. If you're a real man, own up to what you did. You're lying out of your teeth right now. Are you even a man? Looking at how furious she was, I just chuckled and said, Didn't I tell you to leave? Putting other things aside, by your logic just now, Su Xiaofeng, who swore I started the fight earlier, shouldn't he get expelled too? Liu Ruyan was so choked up by these words she couldn't say a thing. Su Xiaofeng, who was standing behind her, could feel all the weird looks from people around him right now, and his face gradually turned ugly. Just then, Bai Chuanqing cut everyone off. He said to the two teachers in charge of monitoring the footage, "Rewind the footage to 1 o'clock earlier." The two teachers immediately did as he said, and pulled up the clip where Lin Yichen told Liu Ruyan to get lost. Although my choice of words was rude, the message was clear. I really did tell Liu Ruyan to leave. I even kindly warned Liu Ruyan, once the fight starts later, I might not be able to look out for other people. After watching the entire clip, Bai Chuanqing narrowed his eyes and looked at Liu Ruyan. Student Lin told you to leave. You chose to stay. Why are you framing him? Do you think you can frame whoever you want, without facing any consequences? Feeling Bai Chuanqing's sharp gaze on her, Liu Ruyan's face immediately turned pale. Liu Ruyan tried to argue more, but Bai Chuanqing could already tell. This woman was full of lies. Earlier, she not only lied to testify for Su Xiaofeng, but now she's framing Lin Yichen, who kindly warned her to leave and is completely beyond redemption. Enough! Bai Chuanqing snorted coldly. He looked at the trembling, terrified Liu Ruyan. You've framed student Lin over and over again, which shows how morally corrupt you are. Someone like you will never be accepted by any university in Kanglin Kingdom. Your college entrance exam qualification is revoked. As soon as this verdict was announced, Liu Ruyan's legs went weak, and she collapsed to the ground. Master Bai, you can't punish me like this. I'm a girl. Please give me another chance. Begging me won't do you any good. You made a mistake. You deserve to be punished. My decision is final unless you can get forgiveness from student Lin himself. Bai Chuanqing had a cold look on his face and ignored Liu Ruyan's desperate pleas. When Liu Ruyan heard that, she didn't care about her dignity anymore. Immediately crawled to my feet, clung to my legs crying, Brother Yi, I was wrong. I'll never do this kind of thing again. Will you forgive me? I looked at the scene in front of me. I didn't feel an ounce of pity in my heart. Although just a few hours ago, Liu Ruyan was still my girlfriend. But I'm not a simp. I'd never forgive a woman like her. Seeing her pleas did nothing at all. To move Lin Yichen, Liu Ruyan panicked. She was sobbing her heart out. Brother Yi, please forgive me this time. We can still be a couple later. I'll do anything you want. Okay? As soon as she said that, all the male students present looked at me with envy. That's Liu Ruyan we're talking about, the top campus belle of Zhangbei No. 1 High School. Putting her character aside, she's definitely at the top tier in terms of looks. Seeing Liu Ruyan cry so sadly, and so infuriating in my eyes, most people actually felt a little bad for her. But I kicked her away without mercy. Liu Ruyan was completely desperate. She wasn't like Su Xiaofeng, whose family runs Kangfeng Pavilion. He's a top-tier young master. She was just waiting to go to college and use college resources to develop herself. Now everything was ruined. Student Lin, are you sure you won't forgive her? Seeing this, Bai Chuanqing asked one last time. Exactly, I nodded. All right, then the punishment takes effect. Bai Chuanqing didn't beat around the bush and announced the result right away. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan's body went completely limp. Bai Chuanqing wasn't done after announcing the result. He turned his gaze to the person who came with Liu Ruyan to report Lin Yichen. Zhou Ze, did you also say student Lin killed you just now? Zhou Ze was stunned stiff. He shook his head hurriedly. No. I was just helping student Liu report Lin Yichen just now. Is that so? Bai Chuanqing narrowed his eyes slightly. Yes, exactly like that. Zhu Ze nodded repeatedly like a pecking chick, scared that Bai Chuanqing would misunderstand. He didn't want to end up with the same fate as Liu Ruyan, because he remembered when Lin Yichen led those giant wolves towards him. He also told him to run. That guy is so sneaky. Besides, the one that killed him wasn't the wolves Lin Yichen brought. He entered the boss room on his own and got killed by the White Wolf King. If this gets out, he'd probably end up just like Liu Ruyan and get his college entrance exam qualification revoked by Bai Chuanqing. Seeing Zhou Ze back down, Su Xiaofeng knew there was no way he could take down Lin Yichen today. Although their family is a top guild in Zhangbei City, they couldn't afford to mess with Bai Chuanqing. The highest combat power in Kangfeng Pavilion is his father, a level 195 S-Class 3rd Job Chain Shadow Knight, who was still slightly weaker than Bai Chuanqing after Zhou Ze admitted defeat. The students present thought the matter was over, but Bai Chuanqing turned his gaze to Su Xiaofeng again. As the mastermind of this incident, your college entrance exam qualification is also revoked. Do you have any objections? I don't have any objections, Su Xiaofeng said through gritted teeth. He didn't dare to object either. The man in front of him was a big shot even his father had to respect deeply. Even if he didn't take the college entrance exam, He could still grow steadily with his family's resources. There was no need to offend Bai Chuan-king over this. All right, since you have no objections, then this matter ends here. Bai Chuan-king announced officially. The originally noisy large square went completely silent at this moment. Bai Chuan-king broke the silence again. Ma Mingrui, bring me Jiangbei No. 1 high schools. Awakening trial data this time. Yes. Ma Mingrui didn't dare to delay, and immediately ordered someone to get the data. Is the data finally coming out? I wonder who's first in this trial. Who else could it be? Our school only has 2 people with S-class or higher. Jobs. Now that Su Xiaofeng got eliminated by Lin Yichen, that only leaves Mo Jueda. Yeah, he kept a low profile normally, and his grades were average too. He was good for nothing except being handsome. Who would have thought? He actually awakened an SS class job. Listening to the chatter around me, I also looked towards a corner of the square. A thin, slim boy with blonde hair was standing there. He's really handsome, there's no denying that. But I actually think Mo Xue is more on the delicate side. When it comes to the handsome vibe guys should have, I still think I've got a clear edge. I remember the first place prize for this trial is $100,000 new if I'm not wrong, plus a gold tier weapon redemption voucher. It's perfect for getting a level 30 long blade to help me get through the newbie phase. I was quietly calculating this in my head. Ma Mingrui came over right then holding the trial data. He handed the data to Bai Chuan-king. After Bai Chuan-king glanced at it, a flash of shock crossed his eyes. All eyes were focused on Bai Chuan-king at that moment. Finally, Bai Chuan-king cleared his throat and announced in a loud voice, "Third place of this Jiangbei No. 1 high school awakening ceremony is Qin Xinian. Second place is Mo Ye. First place is Lin Yichen." As soon as the ranking came out, the entire square erupted in chaos. Lin Yichen? Why is it Lin Yichen? First place with a D-class occupation. Oh my god, that's absolutely insane. A D-class occupation actually beat an SS Tier 1 and took first place. Is there something wrong with the awakening results? Until the final points were released, all the doubters shut their mouths instantly. Qin Xinian, 52 points. Mo Xue, 89 points. Lin Yichen, 162 points. That's a cliff lead of nearly 80 points. It gave a heavy blow to the minds of every student present. As for this huge point gap, Bai Chuan-king was also totally shocked. In the awakening trial, killing one regular monster gives 1 point. Elite tier monsters give 2 points. Mini-boss tier monsters give 5 points. Demon King tier monsters are worth a bit more, 20 points each. For Lin Yichen to get such an insane score of 162, it means he must have at least killed over 100 monsters in the trial. Power this terrifying he had never seen before. Bai Chuan-king took from Ma Mingrui a silver card and walked over to Lin Yichen. "Congratulations, Lin, on winning first place in the trial." "Thank you, Elder Bo." I took the card and thanked him politely. "No need to thank me. You earned this fair and square." Bai Chuan-king nodded. Normally, he doesn't like asking students about their private matters, but today's situation is way too unusual. A D-class occupation holder actually managed to get such a high score in the awakening trial. You can barely find records of this in the entire Kanglan kingdom. Driven by curiosity, Bai Chuan-king continued, "Lin, would you come back to the Occupants Association with me? Of course, if you don't want to, that's totally fine. I won't force you. Invite me to the Occupants Association." I looked at Bai Chuan-king's kind, smiling face and started thinking it over. I could pretty much guess that Bai Chuan-king wanted to know how I got so many points. Maybe I awakened a hidden occupation, or maybe it's some other reason. Either way, this is a good thing. The Occupants Association is the official organization of Kanglan Kingdom, and also the head of all guilds in Kanglan Kingdom. If I can take this chance to join and get the Occupants Association as my backing, then little pests like Su Xiaofeng won't dare mess with me easily. Sure, I nodded and agreed. Great, just wait here for a bit. I'll finish up the rest of the work and come pick you up. Bai Chuan-king was very happy. A smile finally appeared on his usually stern face. He didn't stay long, and went to award prizes to second place Mo Xue, and third place Qin Xinian next. The prizes for second and third place are way worse, compared to what the first place got. Second place only got 10,000 star dollars, and a bronze equipment redemption voucher. Third place was even worse. They only got 10,000 star dollars, with nothing else at all. I was standing off to the side watching when a figure suddenly popped into my sight. Lin Yichen, the person calling, was none other than Su Xiaofeng. He had his arms crossed over his chest, his chin tilted up arrogantly, looking down at me with a condescending gaze. "What trick did you use? How the hell did you kill me with one strike?" I glanced at him coldly. "Fuck off, you dumbass." Su Xiaofeng almost lost his cool again. Considering they were in public, and Bai Chuanqing was still nearby, he forced down his anger. Loser, you think you can turn your life around just by winning first place with some shady trick. Let me tell you, background is everything when you're out in the real world. Do you have a brain between your ears or just a useless decorative plant? Can't you understand when I tell you to fuck off? I scoffed coldly. You dare to curse at me? You loser. Trading insults with you feels like watching someone act all cutesy. Shut your mouth, you make me sick. Su Xiaofeng's face flushed bright red with rage. Lin Yixin, I challenge you to a life or death ring duel. Do you dare accept? What? You're tired of living? I folded my arms across my chest. A playful smile flickered across my face. Just tell me if you dare or not. It will be held the day before the college entrance exam, at Linjiang Arena. I thought you'd lost your mind. That you wanted to fight me right now. The corner of my mouth curled up slightly. But that doesn't matter anyway. Listen up, Su Xiaofeng. No matter what happens, you'll only ever grovel at my feet and bow to me. Looking at Lin Yixin's gaze, like he was staring at a stray dog, Su Xiaofeng's anger grew even more intense. He directly pulled up his own stat panel and sent me a duel invitation. You have received one duel invitation. Inviter Su Xiaofeng. Duel type, life or death duel. Duel time, June 5th, 2058. Duel location, Linjiang, Jiangbei City. Professional arena, do you accept? Note, once you accept, you may back out within 7 days before the duel starts. After the 7-day period ends, the duel will be enforced automatically. I looked at the duel invitation in front of me and immediately pressed the accept button. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Seeing this, Su Xiaofeng, a cruel smile unconsciously appeared on his face. His provocation trick worked. With his family's support, in just 1 month's time, he can reach at least level 40. By then, his class Death Knight will awaken his second innate talent, as well as 2 exclusive skills. But what about Lin Yixin? Just a measly D-class class. He'll only reach level 30 at most by that day, right? Of course, Su Xiaofeng also considered the possibility that Lin Yixin's class is some kind of mutated variant. So he planned ahead for that scenario. Just now by Chuanqing. Didn't he invite Lin Yixin to the Professionals Association? That's definitely a disguised invitation for Lin Yixin to join the Professionals Association. His family happens to know a high-ranking member of the Jiangbei City Professionals Association when Lin Yixin joins the Professionals Association later. He will ask that high-ranking member to look into Lin Yixin's actual background. If Lin Yixin is really just an ordinary butcher class, and his high score in today's trial was only gained by using some cheap tricks, then the duel will proceed as scheduled. If Lin Yixin really does have a special class, then he will voluntarily withdraw from the duel within 7 days. Lin Yixin, you better be a special class, otherwise. On the day of the duel, I'll show you what total annihilation feels like, Su Xiaofeng sneered in his mind. I watched Su Xiaofeng walk away. There was no change in my expression at all. Before he awakened his class, Su Xiaofeng acted completely different from how he is now. He was able to hide his true colors around me for so many years. That just shows how dark and twisted Su Xiaofeng is. We can't leave an enemy like this alive. The sooner we get rid of him, the better. Even if Su Xiaofeng hadn't issued this life or death duel, I would have found a chance to take him out anyway. Xiaochen, you were too impulsive just now. Just then, Cheng Simeng, who had stood up for me earlier, walked over on her long legs. Her tone carried a hint of blame. Miss Cheng, I wasn't being impulsive at all. I smiled nonchalantly. Ugh, I don't even know what to say to you. Cheng Simeng sighed. Su Xiaofeng's family is part of Hidden Edge Pavilion. It's the top guild in Jiangbei City, and he awakened an S-tier talent himself. You gave him a whole month of time. He can reach level 40 at the very least, even if you can beat him right now. Once the level gap widens later, what are you going to use to fight him then? Listen to your teacher, Xiaochen. Cancel the duel right now. Cheng Simeng tried to persuade him earnestly. Seeing this, I shook my head slightly. Ms. Cheng, the reason I did this is that I have my own plans. You don't need to worry about me. Seeing that, Cheng Simeng couldn't help but look a little helpless. Out of all the classes she had taught, Lin Yixin was one of her favorite students. He always paid attention in class. His grades were excellent, and he was also very good looking. She was always happy whenever she had lessons for class 1. But why is this kid so stubborn? He just had to agree to a duel he can't possibly win. Isn't that just asking to die? Seeing Cheng Simeng being so persistent, I couldn't help but smile helplessly. Sigh, fine. I really can't argue with you. How come I never noticed you're so stubborn before? Seeing this, Cheng Simeng knew she couldn't talk me out of it. So she took from her storage space a small bottle filled with green liquid. Xiaochen, take this, okay? It's my last little gift as your teacher. Chung Simeng handed me the small green bottle reluctantly. This is an ultimate strength potion. I stared at the small green bottle. A flash of surprise crossed my eyes. Using an ultimate strength potion gives you +5 strength. It doesn't work on players above level 100. Also, each player can only use it once. This item on the market is a luxury that sells for 30,000 Zinbi per bottle. Teacher Chung just gave this to me, just like that. Come on, just take it already, or I'll regret giving it away later. Seeing me frozen there, Chung Simeng couldn't help sighing and stuffed the potion directly into my arms. Xiaoqin, I know you have your own mind, but when you get back, think over what I just said, okay? It's normal for young people to be proud and ambitious, but don't force yourself when you run into trouble. After saying that, she didn't stay any longer. Said goodbye to Lin Yiqin and left. I looked at the strength potion in my hand. I felt quite touched. Silently put the strength potion into my storage space. Classmate Lin, let's go. Just then, Bai Chuanqing finished awarding the prizes and walked over to us. Okay, Elder Bai? Then I nodded and left the school with Bai Chuanqing. Soon I arrived at the professionals building with Elder Bai. Have a seat, classmate Lin. The reason I brought you here is I want to check your class panel. Of course, if you don't want to, that's totally fine. I won't force you. After saying that, Bai Chuanqing waited quietly for my answer. Being able to get such a high score in the trial with a D-tier class, Bai Chuanqing would never believe that Lin Yiqin's class is that ordinary. If Lin Yiqin really has a hidden class, he would formally invite Lin Yiqin to join the Professionals Association as his guild and offer him extremely good benefits. After listening to what Bai Chuanqing said, I didn't react much. After all, I already guessed that Bai Chuanqing brought me here for this. As for showing Bai Chuanqing my class panel, if I didn't want to, I wouldn't have come with him in the first place. Showing others your class panel is super common. Besides, if you want others to invest in you, you have to show them your real strength. I pulled up my class panel after Bai Chuanqing looked at it carefully. The corners of his mouth curled up unconsciously. He stood up with a smile and held out his right hand to me. Classmate Lin, on behalf of the Jiangbei City Professionals Association, I formally invite you to become a senior member of our Professionals Association. Would you like to... Senior member. When I heard these words, my heart skipped a beat. The Professionals Association is an extremely huge guild. The requirements to join aren't that hard, which doesn't match its reputation as the top guild at all. Lin Yiqin only hesitated for a second before reaching out to shake his hand. I'd love to. Perfect. All right then, classmate Lin. You're now a member of our Professionals Association. Seeing this, Bai Chuanqing couldn't hide the joy in his eyes. A genius like Lin Yiqin with an evolvable class will definitely accomplish great things in the future. Put it another way, Lin Yiqin joining the Professionals Association is actually him doing us a favor. After all, a genius of this level out in the wild has tons of guilds fighting to recruit him. Bai Chuanqing tapped on his own panel and sent me a guild join invitation. Jiangbei City Professionals Association, Bai Chuanqing invites you to join the guild. As a senior member, do you agree? I pressed the agree button. Joined the guild successfully. Guild buff activated. Hype A plus 50%. MP plus 20%. Attack plus 20%.
Then defense plus 20%.
Pages of dazzling stat boost notifications popped up. I looked carefully and found that on my personal info bar, there were over a dozen extra buffs, not to mention the base stats. There were also stats like HP recovery speed, MP recovery speed, luck, and so on. All got a huge boost. This feeling is so freaking awesome. Classmate Lin, I've already told someone to make your membership card. Half an hour later, remember to pick it up at the membership registration desk on the first floor. Bai Chuanqing gave me a few words of advice, then left the reception room alone. After all, he's the head of the association. Today is also the day of the awakening trial. He's got a lot of things to take care of. Seeing him leave, I didn't stay in the reception room for long and went to the membership processing desk on the first floor. Pretty soon, I got my association membership ID card. I took the elevator to the 5th floor. After finding the redemption counter, I took the redemption voucher Bai Chuanqing gave me and handed it to the staff. The staff realized I was redeeming the reward for first place in the trial and gave me several surprised looks. The payment has already been arranged for transfer, and here's your weapon redemption voucher. Please accept it. The weapon redemption spot is right next door. The moment Lin Yiqin took the weapon redemption voucher, I got a notification pop-up on my phone. Your Kanglin bank account ending in 0908 has received 100,000 SGD. Current balance is 101,000 SGD. Beware of scams. I was overjoyed right away. I got into Jongbei #1 high school from the orphanage. But because I work part-time every day, I'm basically financially self-sufficient. Getting 100k SGD all at once like this is a huge sum of money for me. After the money hit my account, I didn't just stand around. I headed straight to the equipment redemption counter on the same floor. The staff at the equipment redemption counter was a guy wearing glasses. Dude, just go inside and pick what you want. Then bring it to the front desk, that's all. Everything inside is gold-tier weapons. After I walked inside, I looked at the huge variety of weapons on the wall and walked straight towards one section. I wasn't dazzled by the huge variety of longswords on display at all. I had a very clear target. It's a level 30 usable weapon called Shugi's Murder Blade. It has a scarlet hilt, and on its sheath, there are weird red patterns carved on this horizontal blade. I reached out and took it off the weapon rack. The weapons info immediately popped up in front of me. Shugi's Murder Blade, level 30, top tier gold tier attack. Plus 135 strength, plus 20 crit, plus 150% crit damage. Weapon effect. If your attack triggers a crit, you restore 10% of that damage dealt as HP. This weapon fits me perfectly, both in base stats and special effect. This Shugi's Murder Blade drops from the secret dungeon called Scarlet Village. From the final boss, Murder Go Shugi. Its drop rate is super low, only a little over 10%. On the regular trading market, this sword sells for around 150,000 SGD. Regular gold tier weapons usually sell for about 100,000 SGD. The reason Shugi's Murder Blade is so expensive, the main reason is its crit damage based stat. Put another way, for warrior class weapons, any stat related to crit will make the price way higher. I put the blade back into its sheath and brought it to the front desk. After the glasses guy did a bunch of operations, Shugi's Murder Blade finally changed owners. Congratulations on obtaining the gold tier weapon. Shugi's Murder Blade required level 30. Insufficient level. Looking at that red warning notification, I quietly put Shugi's Murder Blade back into my inventory. I need to hit level 30 before the college entrance exam. I have 2 goals right now. First, on the college entrance exam, get a high enough score to get into a top university. Second, is to make money fast to buy my own apartment. My current place is still the student dorm provided by Jongbei #1 High School. Before today's awakening ceremony started, the school already notified us. We have to move out of the dorms within a week. If I don't make enough money to buy an apartment by then, I'll end up sleeping on the street. I've done that before, sure, but I don't want to go through that again. That feeling of being homeless. To buy an apartment in Jongbei City, you need at least 300,000 SGD. The 100k SGD that just hit my bank account, plus the gold I got from the White Wolf King. I'm still at least 50,000 SGD short. Oh right, the mission hall. It suddenly hit me. I'm an official association member now. The professional association's mission hall is already accessible to me. I can go check if there are any suitable missions. Not only can I level up, I can make money at the same time. Right away, I started searching through the mission bulletin board. Finally, after skipping 5 or 6 missions, my eyes locked on a corner of the mission board. Escort me through the rotting ruins 3 times. If the tattered necklace of the rotting one drops during the runs, I'll pay you 100,000 new dollars as reward. Rotting ruins, huh? I know this dungeon. Rotting ruins is one of the hardest level 30 dungeons. The mobs inside have a special trait. If you get hit by them, you'll get a debuff that slows your attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. Especially the final boss of Rotting Ruins, the Rotting Corpse King. The Rotting Corpse King has insanely high HP, plus he has a super annoying passive skill, Rotting Zone. As long as you get hit by the Rotting Corpse King, you'll get inflicted with the Rotting status that drains 1% of your max HP per second. It's exactly because of this passive that the difficulty of Rotting Ruins stays way higher than other level 30 dungeons. But the special item dropped by the Rotting Corpse King, the Tattered Necklace of the Rotting One, comes with the skill called Rotting Art. So even though Rotting Ruins is super hard, lots of players still challenge it for the necklace. Run this dungeon are usually at least level 35. Otherwise they'll probably wipe. But none of this is a problem for me at all. Even if I get the Rotting Zone debuff, the HP I lose is way less than what I heal per basic attack. The annoying mobs in Rotting Ruins are even less of a problem. I one-shot all of them, but I had no idea. A huge conspiracy was waiting for me behind my back. I accepted it without hesitation. I took the quest right away. Quest accepted successfully. You and the quest publisher have been added to a temporary chat group. Temporary chat group created successfully. A few notification pop-ups showed up on my chat window, and a small 4-person group was added. Right away, a message popped up in the group. Agile Mountain Dog. Hey bro, you sure we can clear this? Daylight's got it covered. Agile Mountain Dog, okay. Let's head to the professionals building right now. Wait, Daylight, don't rush. I can guarantee we'll clear it, yeah. But I have a request. See if you guys are okay with it. Agile Mountain Dog. As long as we clear it, for sure. We'll do whatever you say. Daylight, great. Later on, I want you guys to turn off your experience gain. Agile Mountain Dog, no problem at all. Daylight, all right then. Come over to me after I close the chat window. I also took that other quest I saw earlier, the one to find the rotting corpse, as well. Both quests can be completed in rotting ruins. Might as well take them for free. After taking all the quests, I went to the rest area of the quest hall, found a chair and sat down. I waited for about 10 minutes. A 3-person team suddenly walked into the rest area. There were 2 guys and 1 girl in the team. The one leading was a guy with short hair, who wore black-rimmed glasses. He looked around 20 years old, about the same age as Lin Yichin. The other guy had long hair, with really small eyes. The last team member was the girl, wearing a cream-colored priest robe. She had really cute features. Hey, Daylight bro. Where are you, Daylight bro? As soon as the 3 walked in, the short-haired guy leading them called out through the rest area. I waved at them when I saw that. When they saw me, they walked over right away. Hey, Daylight bro. Let me introduce you to everyone. The short-haired guy smiled at Lin Yichin and said, I'm Huang Hui, level 30 warrior. This quiet dude is Wang Cheng. He's a level 28 water mage. Finally, he pointed at the girl in the priest robe. This is He Xiaoxiao. She's a level 25 priest. After that, Huang Hui looked at me with a smile. I knew what he wanted. So I said, I'm Lin Yichin, level 22, warrior class. Level 22. When they heard that number, all 3 of them widened their eyes. Bro, are you kidding me?